Just the highlights. There wasn't a blue wave last night, and it wasn't a red wave either. What we found is there is a split nation. There is the cities versus the rural. We don't agree on anything. Also, Trump is not on his last legs. Also found, I think, that it is the economy stupid in many ways. We are split. However, the split will get will go more towards the blue, I fear, if the economy starts to fall apart. Democrats, we also learned, are in trouble. They're in trouble for 2020. Booker, Bernie, they did not deliver. The Democratic Socialist thing does not work. But it goes on both sides. You can't pick crazy candidates. Let me start with Florida Democrats picking Andrew Gillum. He was the guy who was supposed to be the next governor of the state. He's a socialist, not a Canadian-style socialist, an actual socialist. They picked him to run for governor. They could have chosen a congresswoman. Her name was Gwen Graham. She was once ranked as the 9th most bipartisan member of the House. But Florida Democrats decided, let's go with Gillum, because who doesn't like a socialist? Well, it turns out about half of Florida. Now, let me flip this around. South Carolina, same thing happened. Republicans chose Katie Arrington. Now, this was their nominee for Congress over the incumbent Mark Sanford. Now, Sanford is a really strong conservative, but he disagreed with the spending, as I do, of the president and the Congress. He was occasionally critical of Trump. So the president on Twitter dissed Sanford and endorsed Arrington. The result? The seat flipped blue yesterday. What do both of these tell us? That we are really looking for people like Sanford and I don't know Gwen Graham, but if she really is, not on the fringes, people like Gwen Graham. We are not looking for the fringes. Now, I don't know if the left is going to stop, and I'm going to show you some video here that happened just a couple of hours ago, and to me it says it ain't going to stop. But the Democrats are going to look, if they're smart, to embody change, but not talk about the extreme change that they're actually for. It's all going to be about the look. If you're gay, you're for change. If you're a Muslim, you're for change. If you're a woman, you're for change. That's enough. Don't talk about the socialism part of the change. It's basically what Barack Obama did. They're also going to push to abolish the Electoral College because at this rate, they cannot win in 2020 unless things change. And the one thing that could change all of this is the economy. Congress is going to be dysfunctional. Expect an awful lot of investigations over the next 2 years. They're going to have to investigate the president because Nancy Pelosi has already come out and said they're not going to impeach. But with the exit polls being 41% that voted, that means almost every Democrat wanted to impeach the president. I don't know how they put their masks back on. The Democrats are losing voters in middle America, and that is because they have embraced the radical left. The polarization is not sustainable. The polarization from the left of abolish ICE. In the last few weeks, they've been talking about abolishing the Senate. Nobody's going to go there. That's where they were headed. Now, Texas, on the Republican side, here's what we learned. Texas is actually a very red purple, deep red, a little bit of purple in it, and it is changing. The Republicans are having a problem in the Romney Republican districts, and that's important. The Republicans are losing the suburban areas, and that's because of polarization. They did not fix health care, and then they do things, and twisted or not, it sounds bad to people in the burbs. The Muslim ban. It's not sustainable. The two parties are so edged that nobody's listening anymore. The president today needs to stop with the trade war. It is the economy, and that will be the most important thing to ensure that he will win. Congress also should pass the tax cuts before January. There are already 100 bills that have been passed by the House just waiting to be passed by the Senate. Get it done, because that'll be the last piece of business Congress does for the next 2 years.